My name is Felix Marshall. I'm 24 years young, and since as long as I can remember, I have always been drawn to the investigative nature of why and how people do things, and discovering the deep-rooted motivations behind individuals' actions. This story follows the March for Palestine protest on the 11th of October, following a first-phase ceasefire deal between Gaza and Israel being announced 2 days earlier on the 9th of October. I was here to ask people the fundamental question: what had brought them out to this demonstration? And more specifically, what needs to happen after a ceasefire to make peace last and ensure its longevity? Was this ceasefire a humanitarian response to the ongoing atrocities happening in the Middle East, or was it the result of a political compromise between those in power, and did it even matter as long as the peace deal was maintained?
Is this peace deal actually going to be a thing long term, or is it just going to be another broken promise essentially?
Well, given our experience of other promises by Israel, and undertakings by them in previous peace negotiations, I feel justifiably sceptical. And I really think that we've got so much to do now.
People are going to try and tell us that why are we still marching? There's a ceasefire. Ceasefire, we march until freedom, basically. The Palestinians deserve their own land back, and they deserve freedom. They deserve to live with humanity, because this deal is, it's not a deal.
From the river to the sea. Copy socialist worker. From the river to the sea, you got one, mate? Copy socialist worker.
What is the main reason for you being here today?
Well, because although there's supposed to be a ceasefire, they're still bombing Palestine, so why wouldn't you come out? They're not going to stop it. Nothing's going to change very much. Then maybe they get the hostages back, but, most of the prisoners that are important are not being freed.
This terrible atrocity by Hamas on the 7th of October, was it? A couple of years back, is no justification. They're taking it as a justification for just wiping out Palestine altogether. And so, happy though I am that there is a peace deal which appears to be going to place, that's just a matter of stopping killing people for a moment.
What do you think about the proposed ceasefire that got announced this week?
I think it's a very good thing. I just hope that it holds, because in the past, we've had several ceasefires, but they've all been broken by Israel. So we hope this time it lasts.
Think about the proposed ceasefire that's been agreed this week?
Well, the ceasefire should have happened 2 years ago, right? So it's 2 years too late, firstly. And then secondly, I think it's important that we obviously get a permanent ceasefire, not just a temporary ceasefire. And there's only one way of getting a ceasefire, a permanent ceasefire, that is to stop the Zionist aggression over Palestinian land.
There was a sense of cautious optimism in the air amongst the people that I spoke to following news of the ceasefire earlier that week. Yet beneath the surface, many remain sceptical, a reflection of the deep mistrust and complexity of a situation shaped by repeated disappointments in the past. Could this ceasefire actually lead to the beginning of diplomatic relations between two countries that have struggled to establish them for the past 70 years? Or will this prove to be yet another half-hearted and ultimately failed attempt to achieve a resolution to this deeply layered conflict? I stood for a while in the middle of the march, positioned between the March for Palestine protesters and the counter-protesters from Stop the Hate. I couldn't help but think about how polarised society has become, with groups of people holding such deep resentment towards one another. It begged the question, is there anything we can do to reverse this us versus them mentality? Or has the conflict already gone too far, affecting too many lives for any kind of middle ground to be found?